Hey guys, Jason the X with SCNS Live, the super cool nerd show, here with a review of Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Now, little history, Raven Software put out a game called X-Men Legends back in 2004. That game spawned a sequel, and then we got Ultimate Alliance in 2006, which gave us a huge cast of playable characters in the Marvel Universe, and admittedly was one of my favorite games. The sequel to that, Ultimate Alliance 2, released in 2009, saw a different studio taking the reins, and to be honest, I was a bit disappointed in it. Now, a full 10 years later, we finally get a third game in the franchise. This one is headed by Team Ninja and exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm going to try to remain as objective as I can, considering I am a huge fan of this franchise, but admittedly was left underwhelmed by the previous outing. So this game is tons of fun. I love dungeon crawler RPG games. I still play Diablo to this day, so you add in my favorite comic publisher and let me play some of my favorite heroes, well guess what? You're gonna get $60 from me. So this game has you fighting various villains within the Marvel Universe, but mainly against the threat of Thanos and his Dark Order as they attempt to gain the Infinity Stones, mount them into the Infinity Gauntlet, and begin an Infinity War. Clearly there's a theme here.
The tests all check out. These are definitely the real deal. Genuine Infinity Stones. Jam-packed with endless cosmic energy. They grant near omnipotent abilities to whoever holds them. Which leads me to an extremely important question. Can I keep them?
There are over 40 heroes to play within this game that you unlock as you proceed through levels or challenges, and you'll also be getting more in 3 announced DLC packs. Our heroes are represented in a style that is a mix of the comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, come to think of it, the storyline is also a mix of comics and cinematic. In short, the design of the character uniforms looks great, and the art style is faithful while having its own identity. Now onto the gameplay. The controls are pretty standard, with button mashers being able to hold their own, but players who take advantage of all their abilities will fare much better. Learn to block and roll, guys. You get your basic, light, heavy, and jump, and that whole thing, but you also get 4 abilities that unlock as you level up. Certain characters will also light out their abilities with yours for a synergy attack that deals greater damage, and you can use to access different areas within levels. You'll know this by your ability icon being replaced by a picture of the character that will synergy with you. And once you charge your ultimate meter, you can unleash your ultimate attack, either individually or by repeatedly pressing the buttons to unleash all 4 characters' attacks. Now, of course, your abilities increase with each level, but should any of your characters lag behind, and trust me, they will, you can use XP cubes along the way to catch up your lowest up to the rest of the class. But if you want to put in the work, you can access previous levels or Infinity Trials that give bonuses depending on the rank you achieve. You can also go to the lab and use the Alliance enhancements to get improvements across the board to your strength, vitality, extreme gauge, defense, offense, etc. You can also use the ISO 8 system to select targeted bonuses to different characters, gaining up to 4 slots as you level. Now, some downsides. The camera can be a problem. Sometimes totally blocking your character, and you'll have to button mash until you return to sight. Now, you can rotate the camera in most levels, but there are times when it's locked, and there's no option. Now, while I love this for my Switch, there are times when the game characters are so small, you can actually lose track of them on screen. Also, with all the graphics and characters, you can sometimes, it just gets very cluttered visually. Now, an option to zoom in probably would have made this a bit more bearable. I will say the voice acting in this game is okay, but there are a few times it falls flat.
The future is mine to
I am Groot.
Huh. I think I finally broke him.
Worse, he's lost control of the Time Stone. There's no telling what sort of damage a madman such as he could do to the laws of nature.
I won't be calling out any individual actors. There are just sometimes you can tell that it's not on par with some of the other voice actors in the game. On that note, I do enjoy hearing some of my favorite voice actors voicing characters that they might be familiar. Overall, I give this game a 4 out of 5. It's a perfect game to play with friends, and being offered on the Switch, you can play locally on the same device, link several together, or even online with friends. Unlocking characters, costumes, and abilities certainly adds to the replayability of this game, which I expect to enjoy for a while. The X, and if you'll excuse me, I got a little bit more Ultimate Alliance 3 to play, so enjoy it, gamers, and keep on nerding.